lifting something.
Sorry. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Planning and Highways Committee meeting of Ashford Town Council, being held tonight on Monday, the 18th of December at 6:30 or just after. Welcome. Item 2, apologies for absence. We received any apologies?
Yeah, and Councillor Bond
Yeah.
and Councillor McKinnon.
Awesome.
Councillor Dale isn't here yet.
So also Mrs.
I haven't.
Right. Item 3, declarations of interest. To receive and consider declarations of interest and pecuniary interest. Anybody like to declare now? Item 4, first public participation. Anybody anything to like to get off the chest?
Yes, we're here to object, if we are allowed to object, I don't quite know how it works, to the Shalwar Cottage proposal for 4 new dwellings. We're very concerned, I don't know if you've been down Poplar Road, but it's not actually a road, it's a bridleway, it's a designated bridleway.
Sure.
And it's single carriageway, and we maintain bridleway, the council doesn't maintain it. We're very concerned to have more traffic than we already have. We have lots of walkers, cyclists, runners, all sorts down the lane who come across the safe crossing usually. We have got an unsafe crossing as well. We're very concerned about the road use that would be needed for construction traffic and for presumably about 8 new vehicles that might appear with 4 new dwellings, and all the attendant comings and goings for deliveries and that. I have taken some pictures today so that you can actually have a look. I have another concern, we have another concern, and that is about drainage. We have 2 people in particular who live down the lane, whose back gardens have recently been quite badly flooded, and it's cost them quite a lot of money. What have you got, a macerator or something? Is it?
Treatment plant.
A treatment plant.
And that got flooded.
And that got flooded, and they want to put a treatment plant in for these 4 new houses and soakaways. We don't think that that is viable as far as drainage is concerned.
That kind of thing should be justified to the planning authorities anyway.
Yes.
I mean, your treatment plant, does that regularly get affected by high groundwater level?
Well, after the other day, yes. That's the first time it's happened.
It's the first time, yeah.
But the way we're going, that will happen again.
Quite.
And this is not down to you, but they're not digging the ditches out anymore. They're full of reeds and everything, and all that water comes from the back of Attleborough. And if you're going to put another 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 houses, that's going to come down that same ditch. And we can't. Well, I know we can't do nothing about that at the moment, but that's going to make matters worse. So we're looking to try to solve a problem before it starts. We don't want to be like we're down on Norwich Road, where you know everything got bypassed and it hits you, hits you up the backside. When it never should have happened. Everybody around here knows that, but it did happen. So you should learn from your mistakes. Hopefully somebody down the line will. So we're just trying to preempt the situation, try and let it happen and say, we told you so.
I mean, from the town council's perspective, our authority is quite limited, isn't it, in terms of what we are just a consultee, the same as a member of the public would be. But yeah, we're more than happy to pass on your concerns.
Yeah, well, we said that, but for the first time in a long time, all you people are elected. So you now represent people out there, whether you want to or not. When I was on there, we was co-opted, so I know roughly where you're coming from.
Sure. But it's just the power as a town council that we have is very limited. But yeah, we're more than happy to convey your concerns.
Well, you know, you represent the people of Attleborough. You've got to take notice of it.
Exactly.
If they haven't done in the past, there's a reason. But now you're all elected. You should give you a bit more strength and have a go at it. in my opinion.
May I show you the photographs?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Please do.
Talia would like to take a set to reference for me. I've only got 2 sets, but
Thank you.
it's okay.
Played at Road.
And if you've not been down at Poplar Road, it does give you an idea of the dangers that there
Sure,
are.
yeah, it's,
And
very
where the
clear.
turning circle is for the larger vehicles, like, you know, the refuse trucks and things like that that use the road, the drainage ditch runs underneath that part of the road. And the new houses that are being built on the Harford Road are using that drainage ditch and the one the other side.
Yeah.
And there are attenuation basins.
This is the development at the corner of New Road.
Yeah.
And then the next lot across the road.
Yeah.
Which they're gonna start.
No, that's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
the 100 houses that have been built on the Harford Road, the new buildings. They've got 2 large attenuation basins going in, and when it's heavy rain, they intend to use those drainage ditches. They're not being maintained, and they are just going to cause more flooding.
Sure.
That's a strip of farmland between Harpen Road and the railway line,
Yeah.
not a little bit on either side of Harpen Road, which is really
Yeah.
nearly finished. I also say that I appreciate this goes to Bretland, but I think it's important that you know, because Bretland haven't been out to have a look at the plans, and the description of Poplar Road is misleading, because you just think it's a road and it isn't, it's a driveway. The description of the applicants, where they talk about there's never been anything else done on the site, it's a clean site and so on, is not true, because the owner ran their garage business out of that property in so-called domestic accessory buildings, outbuildings, which were his garage and workshops. And on the environmental review, they talk about no risk of any spillage, oil or chemicals. Well, if you're running a garage, you've got fuel,
Absolutely,
chemicals on the premises, and yet they're claiming they've never had any stored there, and so on. I'm not saying that they did have a spillage, but the point is, I don't think anybody's actually checked to see.
It's not professional risk of that.
Yeah. So some of the things that are in the application are not strictly true, and they can be challenged. And I think it's important that you know that, so that you can let the rest know that, because otherwise they'll have no idea.
We'll come in on to the discussion of the actual application shortly anyway, on the next section, so we'll deal with it at that time. Okay, thank you very much. Anything else to add? No? Okay, excellent, thank you. Right, item 5, minutes of the Planning and Highways Committee meeting of the 20th of November. Anybody got any comments on the minutes? You weren't here, was it? It's me then. Well, I've got no objections to it, so I'll propose that and then we can really have a vote on it, can we? The other 2
It's not that
members,
proposal, you could just say that they.
okay,
That's in that respect, but it's really very second.
right. Item 6, planning matters. So the first item A is planning.
Sorry, can I just interject there? You can actually vote if you trust Andy's opinion that the minutes are okay.
Support, yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
so we
very
can-
happy to support. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Vote of confidence.
Who seconded that? Was that you, Ed, or Bill? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right, so moving on, item 6A. Planning applications already agreed and responses made for confirmation by members. So we've got item planning reference 3PL 2023 1073F, block 4 West Car Road, direction of dwelling and change of use of rear garden to land to rear to garden land. We had no objections. Reference 3PL 2023 1076F. Dodge Road store, relocation of existing entrance exit to the store to front elevation, rear extension to permanently replace a temporary container for storage purposes, existing extension to be rebuilt, internal reconfiguration, again, there are no objections. Then reference 3PL 2023-1112/F. Meadowwood Farmhouse, Morley Road, retrospective application, change of use of land to garden and erection of tennis courts, swimming pool and outbuilding for use as storage, pool room and changing rooms. Again, no objections. I don't think we need to vote on those, do we? Then moving on to item 6B, the current planning applications. The first one we come to is 3PL 2023-1115/O or Sholwar Cottage, Poplar Road that we were just discussing. But personally, I don't know if anybody else has got any comments at this stage. Yeah, Councillor Leslie.
Having visited the site and aware of the site, I would agree with the comments made by the members of the public and those residents that are local to this. And I don't think it's a suitable location to put the additional dwellings in.
No.
The access is not a road.
No.
And
Looking at these photographs, I'm entirely.
considering this, and it's noted that, you know, as part of researching into this application has been in different guises previously, you know, being objected to on environmental and other matters. I can't see there's been any fundamental change to the application, and yes, echo those reservations. I would certainly oppose it.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Think for it?
No, totally agree. It's unsuitable.
Yeah. I think we can, if we express our concerns to Breckland on highways grounds, drainage grounds and environmental grounds.
But also, if you can mention, one of the comments earlier, is the description correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The planning officer should go on site, should have a look at it.
Yeah.
It should
I think that's the limit as to what we can do, but yeah, we support you fully.
That's great.
I'm very happy.
Okay, good, thank you. I'll propose that, yeah.
Second.
All in favour, yeah.
Thank you.
The second item, 3PL 2023-1125 LU, stationing of log cabin mobile home with residential garden for ancillary use, a certificate of lawfulness, proposed use. Anybody got any comments on that?
Having looked at it, I think it's tucked away quite nicely. It seems to be in keeping. I can't see it being an issue. I have no.
I looked at the plan and yeah, you say it's not visible from the front, is it? So, are you happy to propose that?
Yep, no objections.
No objections.
Yeah.
And then the final one is the biggie. 3PL 2023-1152F, former Brentag site, Station Road. Anybody got any comments on that? Yes, well,
We've had representation by the group, and not just gauging my opinion, but the opinion of all councillors that were present in that presentation. It was unanimous in support of this. It's a benefit to our community on so many fronts.
Yeah,
and it's well needed.
I gather this is, seems to be a very well thought out scheme as well.
So I would say, rather than saying no objections, to say that we as a council support this application.
Yeah, fully support. Yeah. You happy to propose that?
I'm happy to propose that.
Second that. All agree? Yeah. Item 7, car park strategy update. Refer to Councillor Tyler.
Well, to be honest, I have no updates on this. Not had any further discussion with Breckland. I think the best course of action is to take it through the next meeting with Megan, the development manager.
Yeah.
So rather than
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think that's the forum
Yeah, yeah, so
vacancies.
Roger and I can be back, yeah, we'll discuss that.
Even with the ADP, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Got that. Yeah. ADP.
We're meeting on the 12th, week in the afternoon.
Yeah.
12th of January.
Yes.
The reason I say that is rather than it being seen mutually exclusive, which I think is always caused a problem because people see it totally separate. It's getting that list of major projects and before anything happens, showing where they all interlink. So.
Okay.
So,
Item number 8, Attleborough street lighting within the Sue development consideration resolution. From, I'll just add my 2 pence worth. I think as a town council, we're not equipped to take on any kind of street lighting. We haven't got the expertise. We'd only have to buy it in the same as anybody else. So, we agree.
it is too much of a liability.
Yeah.
I mean, if there are, what I don't understand, if there are safety reasons for it, then the county council should be insisted.
That's how we'll yeah.
There's a highway authority that they are put in. The county take it on board.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
You've said pretty well to rely on what I was going to say.
We've all seen
I have
the same
noticed that
thing.
this had been brought back
mm,
for us consideration with new information. I know that there were some figures presented to the to councillors as part of this. Did you, for the sake of fairness, get any breakdown on what part of those funds would be coming to the council if we were to take these on?
Yeah, it's going to be 60, it's basically going, well, they think at maximum, it will be 25 street lights.
Yeah.
And the commuted sum figure that they've calculated of that 114,000 would be £62,006, 42 pence.
And it's for fairness, I just wanted to hear what those figures
Yeah,
were.
and that's why I put it back on, because you didn't have those figures.
Yeah.
You know, someone could then turn around and say, well, you didn't even know what figures were, you voted on something that you didn't know. But in principle, obviously, you're opposed to it. So, you know, this is semantics.
yeah.
I mean, particularly for highway, on highway grounds rather than pedestrian grounds, it's a highway issue. It's a highway.
Highways, stroke pedestrians, stroke cyclists, it's a highway issue.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. I mean, yes, I get that there may be a community sum that comes to the council to cover this, but this is an ongoing obligation that lasts here and forever after.
Yeah.
You know, on the town council, £62,000 may sound a considerable sum until things go wrong.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, it assumes that the columns are replaced after 15 years, or there's £60,000 gone.
I was just going to say it's time limited, and then that falls into
Yeah. But I wanted to know what those figures were before making a decision.
Mm.
And the way I feel about this is there is a danger of the council setting the precedents by accepting these.
Yeah.
Which then would be hard to defend rejecting other
Yeah,
similar
quite.
offers to the council, which gives us a longer term tax burden as a council and an obligation that I feel should be a lot of highways. rather
Yeah.
than as a
I
town
don't think we
council.
do any of our neighbouring parishes any favours,
No,
are
we wouldn't say.
You do have a step in Attleborough Town Council and street lights there. And you are responsible for that. And for that, at the moment, you've got an arrangement with Brecon, they pay them a sum of money and they maintain it for you because they've got a
Yeah.
pay on board to do that.
which is fine, but we don't want
We
to
don't want
take
to do
it
that.
on.
Yeah, I just wanted to,
So,
air
but
that.
Yeah,
But thank you very much,
Yes,
Sharon, for finding that
but-
information out and give us another opportunity to consider.
Yeah.
No,
So, your proposal.
I'm happy to propose that we say no.
All agreed.
okay. So, that's, yeah, Bill and second. Unanimous.
Item 9, neighbourhood plans to discuss future steps regarding the scope and report to present to Brecon for consideration and resolution.
so if you're okay for me to talk
Yeah,
to this,
yeah.
so Sharon was saying, and Taylor, I think we had a meeting with, was it Andy at Brecon?
Yeah.
Who's come looking after the local.
And enough.
And what we said we would do is basically just go down very much a draft of what we think needs to be done based on what Bretton was saying within the local plan review. And comments about it. And I did need to look at the notes, but it was almost a two-step approach of get the drafts going, discuss it with them. Does it make sense? Are we doing too much? Are we doing too little? And then bring it back to the council, saying this is what we agreed, and then grant a tender.
It's the next logical step,
Mm.
and it potentially could be part of the ADP as well.
Well, this is it's bringing all these things
Yeah.
together. So I'm happy. I'll have a bit more time mid-January to put kind of some thought process down. This year, I'll just bandwidth doesn't take this. So, but you know, Brecon we're happy with that approach, and I think we do that step-by-step approach rather than here we go, we're going to have a tender for this. Councillors go, what the other, you know, let's have that internal discussion.
I also think it's useful to build those bridges with Brecon and Moore as well, so they're
Yeah.
aware of what we're doing. As the authority will have to implement any neighbourhood plan, it's best to have that correlation at this stage.
Okay. Item 10, second public participation, we've been vacated. Item 11, items for next agenda. Anybody got any burning issues to discuss? Then we'll see what transpires. Right. On the budget.
Sorry,
Go on, Karen.
I was just going to say, I mean, you know, things might drop down to the next ADP.
Yes,
Meeting we've got.
yeah. Let's say we're not having an informal meeting until the 12th, and there's no date scheduled for the formal meeting, is there?
Gosh, she's have they broached it? Yeah, I think they're thinking.
I think they're thinking about it, so
Yeah.
that's the meeting that
But
should have
that
been
would
today.
be organised. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The one that should have been today, yeah.
And remember Megan said a provisional day. I think I would have forwarded it in.
Yeah.
The next
Yes,
No, I think she asked for some availability, but
yeah,
there's nothing been said.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that would come though very soon, I reckon.
yeah. Okay, on that basis, I'll declare the meeting closed.
Thank you.
6:55.
Yeah.